you are going to choose your program, you need to see that your interest. But while selecting universities,
Hmm.
what you need to check the curriculum, the structure, because students are here in India and
Hmm.
they need to select the university, they need to apply there. So that time, what is the thing that we need to focus on?
I've had an interest in sustainability and engineering. So not all teams sort of work out very well. So when I did my business degree, उस वक्त I did a lot of group work because I was a fish out of water. I had done 2 masters. I had worked in different development projects, and I was in Boston, and I was working for the Metro, MBTA, Massachusetts Bay Transit.
So you know networking is really important during the masters also, so that you can just show your talent to the world, because world is really running fast. So this is very important point.
And
Now,
networking may be prepared to present. Yes, the soft skills are very important.
yes.
We launched the PTS Smart City app in Haryana for 80 cities, 86 cities actually. And then Rajasthan ka housing board ka app for their property taxes again. We launched for millions and millions, I think 80, 90 million housing board municipalities.
Hi everyone, I'm Avitesh here again with the episode 4. And as we are here to talk about the issues and the concern of the students and the budding architects, today we are going to discuss about how to join masters in the foreign countries and also job criterias. So this is a very, very important topic nowadays, because students are going abroad and they actually want to do masters in the foreign countries, but they don't know how to apply, which country is good, which course is good. So for that, we have our expert with us, architect Aditi Padi, who did her B.Arch from a very prestigious college from India, and then she decided to move to the abroad for the master. She did 2 masters from abroad. One is from LA and the second is from Boston. Apart this, she did also one diploma from USA only, and then she came back to India, did so many government projects, and she is the founder architect of MAP Consultants. And if you'll talk to her, she'll give you practical knowledge about it, because she did work there for 10 years. So let's welcome architect Aditi Wadi today. Hi, ma'am. How are you?
Hi, Avitesh. Thank you for having me here. It's a pleasure to be a part of a platform which is going to encourage so many youngsters.
How are you feeling today?
I'm nervous because I am a little camera shy, but it's still good to get out of your comfort zone. So I appreciate you giving me that
Yeah.
opportunity.
So when you started with the comfort zone, so that is the only thing we are going to talk today,
Yeah.
because students here in India can approach any city easily and take their parents there, but not for the foreign countries, right?
हाँ जी.
They don't know how to go there. So first, I'll ask to you, what inspired you to join the master's degree abroad? Because whenever I'm going to any student from B.Arch, na, usually we ask कि क्यों कर रहे हो तुम B.Arch? So that is the same question to
हाँ.
you. क्यों किया आपने मास्टर्स बाहर से?
So, BARC is a suitable education mode for anybody who does not feel very content and is very solution driven. So, if you identify as somebody जिसको innovation and growth में बहुत interest है, personal growth, अपने environment की growth, then you are perfectly suited to follow an education in architecture or construction. And I had the privilege of having uh, come from a state like Odisha, which is very much into taking pride in their architecture. I was born and raised in Delhi, which has these overlapping 7 cities of architecture. So the exposure of both rural India and ancient India and modern India. So I was very primed at that point of time. And then it's the perfect marriage of creative talent, innovation, technology, if you're interested. And back when हमारे पास we didn't have that many creative pursuits. Abhi, if you are somebody who's creative, who wants to grow, who wants to build, there are a lot of things you can join. You can be innovative in a very many ways, but there were these more professional work which you were doing in big corporations, and then there was the kind of architecture which was fringe. This is like 90s, right? So even our classes were disproportionately less girls, more boys. It was something new to do. So, us time pe, I remember um, there were two, three things that inspired me to want to do architecture. Coming from Odisha, seeing a lot of cyclones, 90s mein, there were these super cyclones and the devastation. And at that point of time, one of the projects we did as bachelor students was a disaster management center. So I was very inspired by the power of architecture, that we can actually regrow communities. And followed by my choice of thesis. Now, I had not spent a lot of time in Odisha before my bachelor's thesis, and I went back to my hometown in Badhampur, Gopalpur, and I built an institution building for my thesis. So then I realized कि भाई I really want to learn the way people manage disasters. So this is the first thing I would say to students कि don't do it following a trend. Do it with the mindset of where you can apply your life experiences, your background, your passions, your ability to innovate, because you are as good as your next innovation.
So same for the masters also. If we talk about, if you are going for the masters and you need to choose the programs,
जी.
so same inspiration will be for the masters, right?
So masters, I did my masters from New Orleans, and I did it post Katrina. So they and when we were doing our bachelors, we had architects who had come from Netherlands, which is low lying, waterline is high. So it's a kind of situation where you know that you are in a flood zone, or a zone where levee is going to be broken. So how do you build around the knowledge of disaster? How do you build around the idea of not disrupting human life and work and economy and society infrastructure? So I was very lucky. We had consulting engineering services that came for our internship. So when I joined them, it was the first time I realized that architects don't work alone. We have transport planners, we work on metros, we work on towns. I mean, it really blew my mind that we do high rises, we work with blast consultants. And वहाँ पे, the first time going abroad for me was I met somebody from Singapore, from Surbana Jurong, which was their largest firm, and they were the experts in Asia for metro. So my career started with metros. I did red line metros in Delhi in the early 2000s, 2000 something. And I was given an opportunity. And then, of course, economic background matters. They said, "Ek mahine ke liye you come to Singapore. You know, no strings attached. You do an internship at Surbana Jurong." So I went with my nani, because my parents said, "नहीं नहीं लड़की को तो हम."
And that was years ago, no, decades ago.
2000,
Decades ago,
25
yes.
years ago. So I went with my nani for that 1 month, and hats off to her. She said, "Chalo, I'll help you do it," and you need that support,
Yes.
especially when you are a girl in a professional which is conservative, and it's pretty much still dominated by the workforce of men, management by men, proprietorship, ownership of land and development men, government officers, bureaucrats men. Now we have DDA commissioner who's a female and all that. But 25 years ago, it was a very different beat. So I wanted to go to New Orleans because it was post Katrina. And I wanted to learn how they do the architecture. So this is again interesting thing that I wanted to highlight, that don't follow trends. Follow the problem that you can solve in the world, and that is a good way to pick up your courses. So people don't know much about Tulane, but it is actually as old as Harvard in the United States of America. And New Orleans is a colonial city, much like Delhi, but with layers. So it was a Spanish city, it was a French city, it was an English city, and now it's an American city. And they also had Native American and Cajun and Haitian culture. So it's a melting pot. And they specialize in conservation and rehabilitation projects. So I wanted to go to Tulane. And funny story, Avitesh, we were talking about this. Ki did you work?
Yeah.
I worked and went to do my masters. I got through my masters, but I didn't go immediately, because at that point of time, during conversations with the dean of education, they said we only give 50% plus scholarships when you have 7 years of work experience. So with that 1 month of training in Jurong, I came back. I worked with Star Architects of India. I worked with Kukrejas and all these people. Pradeep Sachdeva. I worked with them as interns, and then I went back to Singapore to work. I worked there for 4 5 years. I came back with the knowledge of working on Singapore metros, infrastructure projects, water reservoir projects. Again, in that same uh, starting with the lifeline, which was infrastructure and transport,
Hmm.
you start learning so much about what goes into the background of development.
Hmm.
And that has been something that drove me. And of course, Singapore is also very prone. Southeast China Sea में prone to a lot of so they do disaster management sustainability very well.
Yes.
So वो exposure really got me in that space कि I'll do my masters.
Mhm.
And I did a pure masters in architecture. Of course, now there are a lot more options.
Yes.
This is
So
the
coming from there, so whenever students are talking about the masters, so first they need to know what are the programs there and how they are doing to it. So I would like to ask here that whenever you are going to choose masters, so it is important to do practice first, or you can go to direct to masters. Also, what you suggest, because you did work first, right?
हाँ जी.
Practice. So that was helpful, or doing masters first and then job is good option.
I think it absolutely depends on your personality.
Mhm.
So if you are more academically oriented and you are not going to be doing practice,
Mhm.
because architecture is a practice, we get a license,
Yeah.
right? We are responsible for life and safety.
Yes.
हमारे textbooks and our codes are all around that. So if you're very oriented towards practice, then you should work first.
Mhm.
You will get the opportunity to do much, apply to much better universities with that work experience.
Mhm.
And masters is not like bachelor's. You're never spoon fed. It's a lot of self study. Practically every semester you pick up projects of your own liking.
Mhm.
It's a very self driven. So when I say that masters is a lot of hard work, I mean, you'll continuously work. You'll continuously, and it has to be very self motivated.
Mhm.
You can't expect. It's not design based masters are not like the other masters. It's more challenging because I've also done a master's in business administration, and I've done a diploma in engineering, sustainable engineering practices from Copenhagen. So it's different styles. So my answer to your question is I would suggest that if you're going to be a pure theoretically academic person, go for it immediately and then pick something that is very theory heavy,
Okay.
that is based on conceptualizations, that is based on history, preservation. Then it will be effective because those years will be more useful. But if you are thinking of developing your own architectural practice, the work experience is important and it is
Right.
preferred by universities.
Very wise advice for the students who are thinking about masters. So here the second question, just adding with the first only, uh, if you are going to choose your program, you need to see that your interest.
Hmm.
But while selecting universities,
Hmm.
what you need to check? The curriculum, the structure, because the students are here in India and
Hmm.
they need to select the university, they need to apply there.
Hmm.
So that time, what is the thing that we need to focus on?
So for me, I was particularly looking at programs that were oriented towards development
Mhm.
and infrastructure development and rejuvenation of disaster hit areas.
Yeah.
So for me, when I looked at Tulane, I realized that they have two programs. One is TRUDC, which is Tulane Regional Development Authority, and they actually partly sponsored my masters, and I got partly by the time I went eventually the second time, my masters was entirely full ride. So you identify the work that university does.
Mhm.
Masters programs usually in this space of innovation are already doing work. They'll be part of expos.
Mhm.
They'll be producing the kind of work that you can find online. The second thing is you want to also look at faculty
Mhm.
because master's programs are not going to be like 80 people. You'll have a
Yeah.
small group. You'll be a dozen students. You'll be working very closely, and premier faculty matters. So if the program is not retaining its talent,
Mm.
then you know that the program has some issues with it. This is what I would like to say, that
Mhm.
if they have long standing professors, go through the programs, go through the professors. Curriculum is not usually decided by the university or the program. It is actually decided by the architectural licensing agencies everywhere in the world.
Mhm.
So there's really pretty much a lot of similarity. So that is not the greatest point where you start understanding what you're doing.
Mhm.
Also, there are alumni boards. Connect with your LinkedIn alumni groups, look at their comments. There is a lot more transparency now.
Mhm.
In early 2000s, I was finding it so difficult to work on my portfolio and share it abroad.
Mhm.
So even in early 2000s, I had bought a domain name. So aditipari.com, aditipari.in, I had bought it back then.
Mhm.
And I had put all my work
Mhm.
across from India and Singapore and a little bit from the Middle East on that platform. And they thought it, and one of the reasons they picked me was they said, we found it very interesting that you picked up a domain name.
Mhm.
And I said, because I always want to own everything that I do. These projects are an extension of me,
Yeah.
and good or bad, I will own them. So why wouldn't I own it through a domain name? And in the 2000s, we were still on like paper and maybe a pen drive or something of that sort. It wasn't so digitized. But I wanted to have the ability to connect through my career,
Mhm.
and it really helped me to put up my work and have dialogues
Mhm.
with the faculty.
Mhm.
And the semester before I joined the fall semester. Summer ka jo semester tha, they started sending me assignments. So they are very serious about your work. If you are willing to work, they will really coach you into joining the program.
So step by step, we understood that first we need to see the interest
Hmm.
and the career we are going to lead after
Hmm.
this, and then we need to check the countries with the universities. Now, if I'm talking about the curriculum, right? So, what do you think? It should be design based or the research based, which will be really helpful. Design oriented is a one thing where you are working.
So I used to teach in Sushant,
Yeah.
and I don't see it as separate,
Mhm.
Avitesh, because if you don't put in the research and
Mm.
you don't have that background of being able to have non-linear thinking and
Mhm.
these creative outputs, you are not going to be very good at design
But
work.
this is not necessary in every university, right? Then what you will suggest that it should be the work on the assignment focused or the research
So
focused?
the way I see it is universities sort of divide into preservationists versus progressives.
Mhm.
And then there are people like me that are progressive because we work in infrastructure, towns
Mm.
planning, smart cities.
Mm.
But we are preservationists because I went to Tulane, which is a 300-year-old university, and the school itself is 206. So the year I graduated, it was the 206th anniversary celebration.
Mm.
So the country is 350, 400 years old, and the university is 200 plus years old. So when you go to that sort of alumni and you have that kind of pride and that kind of background,
Mm.
you come with the weight and the knowledge of it. So there is, hamare ko, we were very encouraged to study Indian architecture, Mayan architecture. I'm from Odisha. They have sun temples. Mayans also have sun temples. And if you look at sacred geometry of these temples, they're the same.
Yeah.
Footprints are the same. And I used to have these lively discussions with my professor. And this was not even core architecture. This was an art history class that I did as a minor. Because, like I said, I'm straddling the idea of progressive and preservationist. The curriculum, you need to see if the curriculum feeds into each other. Because at the end of the day, I was working during my master's and I was working at the Regional Development Center under a geographer. We were looking at levees, we were looking at how every time you put an embankment like this, ये इंडिया में बहुत होता है, ऐसे डैम बना देते हैं.
हाँ.
So when the water hits, it's going to go above and flood regardless. If anything, if you do a slant, you will give it a velocity that is higher than the original velocity.
Yeah.
But if you curve it, then the water comes and it bounces back like this. So we were developing levees like this. Now you don't have architecture software to develop this. This is again 20, 25 years ago.
Yeah.
So we had to learn GIS and we had to incorporate civil engineering softwares to be able to design these sort of things. Now what they do is they design something called a armor, they call it a rock armor.
Yes.
उसमें क्या होता है, it is porous, so you allow the water to actually subterraneanly turn around and go back.
Mhm.
So my home state was badly affected by the 2004-2005 tsunami,
Mm.
and Katrina happened in 2006, and I was in masters around that time.
Mm.
So you can see how that came together for me,
Yeah.
how I wanted to be somebody who could understand this. We live in Delhi.
Yeah.
The Yamuna floods every year,
Yeah.
but most of the year we struggle with water
Yeah.
as residents of Delhi. So these are the kind of problems that excite me, and the curriculum needs to deal with that.
Mm.
So if that particular part of that development program was not there for me, well, masters would not have been that
Interesting.
exciting for me.
Yeah.
And you need to be excited about your masters.
Yeah.
You need, not just because it's a name.
About
or
your
a
all
brand.
the assignments, I think.
Yes, you'll be picking a lot of your assignments.
Yeah.
है ना? And I am not a great because as architects you work in multidisciplinary teams and in teams your whole life.
Mm.
Pick up projects that you'll do on your own, because the only time you get the pleasure of doing anything and everything you want
Mm.
is in your bachelor's and your master's. है ना?
Mm.
So when I was teaching, I would actually even projects that are conventionally done, urban design वगैरह, which was done as groups, I have always encouraged people to do their own project, because the kind of in-depth work that you do, this is the only time in your life you'll get to do it. Otherwise, there'll be deadlines.
Yeah.
There'll be schedules, there'll be revisions, there'll be VOs which will be coming in. Your projects are always in flux. This is the only time you have so much more control over the development of your project. So, masters mein, I didn't do group work,
Mhm.
which was different because bachelors may they encourage you into a lot of group work.
Yeah, because in practical life also we have groups to do work. We have
Huh.
consultants. So why did you choose this individuality?
Because my projects were so different,
Mhm.
and I wanted the ability to try and develop new things.
Mhm.
And sometimes what you need is guidance more than teamwork.
Mm.
The projects that require teamwork and the projects that require guidance. And I also wanted to not restrict myself to only design.
Mhm.
So I've had an interest in investment. I've
Mm.
had an interest in real estate. I've had an interest in sustainability and engineering.
Mm.
So not all teams sort of work out very well.
Mhm.
So when I did my business degree, उस वक्त I did a lot of group work, because I was a fish out of water. I had
Mm.
done 2 masters. I had worked in different development projects, and I was in Boston, and I was working for the Metro, MBTA, Massachusetts Bay Transit. And again, I was back to my metro roots. But I wanted to do a business degree, particularly focused on the rejuvenation of downtown Boston, and the upgradation of transportation system. So Boston has the oldest metro in
Yes.
all of US.
Mm.
It's a 110, 15-year-old metro. It's not ADA compliant. Okay? And as somebody who struggles with the knees,
Yeah.
you want to work on projects which are ADA compliant. जैसे हम दिल्ली में, when I was working for Delhi Integrated Multimodal Transit.
Mm.
So I remember the first time our VP introduced the project to her. He said, "Look here, ये ISBT है.
Mm.
यहाँ पे old people will come, people with disability will come. Some can't hear, some can't see, some have children, some have luggage, some are pregnant.
Mm.
But everybody needs to be able to reach their destination in 4 minutes, and everybody needs to be able to evacuate in 4 minutes. And our footfall is 1 to 2 lakhs per hour.
Mm.
मल्टीमोडल है ना,
Yeah.
बसेस भी हैं, वो भी हैं, पब्लिक
Absolutely.
प्राइवेट ट्रांजिट, नाइसबीटी, कश्मीरी गेट, and all these places are easily prone to flooding.
Yeah.
So this was just before I went to masters,
Mhm.
and I remember how interesting it was to work
Mm.
at city level, and then come down to the site, and then come down to one command center
Mm.
where all of this was being handled. ठीक है,
Quite interesting.
it's
Yes.
very interesting, and again, it really makes you cognizant ki as an architect you have a responsibility,
Mm.
but also so much power to
Yes.
improve the circumstances.
Yeah.
You know, imagine if you're somebody who is not able to read, but your public announcement system is perfectly placed and they can reach their destination.
Mhm.
Or if you're somebody who is struggling to find your bathroom or whatever you need in an emergency, and your signage is perfectly suited, perfectly aligned, site views are perfect, You never have to disturb anybody. किसी को राह चलते आप रोकोगे नहीं, just to
Yeah.
be able to find your way
Mm.
to your destination. And there
Exactly.
is great pride and pleasure
Mm.
in being able to do that. And that is what I learned in my master's.
Mm.
Bachelor's gives you the basics.
Yeah.
Master's gives you an idea of where you can take your education.
Mm.
Like when we were in business school, I was competing with students that had pure business background, but my design background really helped me understand building codes. तो जब हम लोग development projects करते थे,
Mm.
I would find a way to add a mezzanine to improve the floor
Mm.
footage.
Yeah.
And then the सामने वाला team during this competition would say, no, no, you can't take advantage of her design.
Yeah.
But that is the beauty, है ना?
Yeah. Yeah.
That I have the ability to connect all my life
Mm.
experiences and bring it to my business degree. So when I was in Copenhagen and I was working for Danish municipality projects, I was able to look at their sustainable powers and their energy models
Mm.
and still bring in India, still bring in Singapore, still bring in US, and be able to come up with social entrepreneurship, because Scandinavian countries have this big culture
Yeah.
of community based development.
Mm.
They have social structures around free healthcare and all of that. Again, आप masters कर रहे हो, you're not just going there to learn the softwares or the culture of the university. You learn what that society is about. है ना?
Mm.
How the American society is built around their capitalistic
Mm.
structure, or how the real estate is driven
Yeah.
by whatever other forces. And then when you go to the Scandinavian countries, you realize that they orient the society in a very different way.
Yes.
है ना? And so at the end of the day, what I would say after so many degrees abroad and working in so many places, all processes of design are about processing your own identity, your
Yeah.
place in this world, and the place you occupy in this world, and the place you engage with in
Mm.
the world,
Yeah.
and then eventually the place that you also affect.
Yeah.
Because when you occupy space,
Yeah.
you're also affecting it. And if that is the way you approach your masters, that what I'm going to take away from my masters is what I'm going to put out there,
Uh-huh.
that is the best way to decide on the
Mhm.
curriculum as well.
Mm.
If I'm doing project management, what are the kind of projects I'm going to manage, and how am I going to add value to that? What am I going to do that is differently managed? If
Mhm.
I do design based things, how do I improve? Because we are working with artificial intelligence as assistants now. हम जब Delhi में ही for Haryana government, we were developing the smart city dashboard.
Yeah.
So we were already using predictive tools and AI based algorithms for those dashboards. But they only work with the knowledge that is available.
Mm.
How are we affecting?
Mm.
We are working with knowledge that is not yet developed.
Yes.
We are innovating it
Yeah.
based on the same sort of principle of knowledge and experience that we have accumulated, but it's not readily available, which AI can pick up.
Mm.
है ना? And that is what I feel is the future. So curriculum should be future oriented, future ready.
Yeah, absolutely. And
Alright?
thank you so much for this wonderful explanation, because every time students are going out, they heard the word कि बाहर जाओ और explore करो. क्या explore करे वो उन्हें नहीं समझ आता. So thank you so much for this thing. And now I would like to ask about the portfolio.
Hmm.
See, in your time, what you have done, that was a very smart move that you got the domain, right? But nowadays, students are struggling with the portfolio.
हाँ जी.
So we have the course also, for a
Hmm.
small course to the semester wise career planning, in which they are developing their CV and the portfolio, right? But they don't know how to develop it for the masters and the job, because that can't be same, because your goal is
Yes.
different, right? Somebody is going for master, somebody is going for job.
Hmm.
How one portfolio can deal with it?
Okay, so this is I think it applies to all portfolios. So general portfolio feedback I'm going to give you is
Mm.
people run your CV, your
Mm.
portfolios,
Mm.
as well as any papers you write
Mm.
for your academics through software now
Mm.
to check for plagiarism.
Mm.
ठीक है? So it is better not to try and overwhelm with anything and everything that you
शो ऑफ नहीं करना
शो
ज्यादा.
ऑफ नहीं करना है. ट्राई एंड अंडरस्टैंड योर ऑडियंस.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very simple thing. You and I had done a conference last year,
Yeah.
है ना?
Yeah.
And a lot of people submitted work, but we
Mm.
had certain themes,
Yes.
and a lot of work that came in were not on theme,
Mm.
right? And were not selected for that conference.
Mhm.
Not because the work that was put out was not correct, but the audience that was going to be receiving these papers for that conference had a certain goal in mind.
Mm.
So if you're going for, say, a multinational company,
Mm.
they are looking for your ability to coordinate multidisciplinary teams.
Mhm.
They because their designs are very ISO and quality oriented.
Mm.
So there are these frameworks in which you have to work. Now, if you work for stylish architects with a lot of repute and 40, 50 years of
Mhm.
work experience, they are looking for that spark of inspiration. What makes you tick?
Mm.
So then you pick out even those hand sketches, you can add to those portfolios. When you are doing master's के लिए portfolio work,
Mm.
they'll generally ask you for a statement of purpose, which is an essay
Mm.
about yourself and your background.
Mhm.
Make sure that your portfolio highlights that statement of purpose,
Mm.
because they are also looking at a more holistic person. So, this is where you throw in your photography,
Mm.
throw in your sketches, your artwork, your craft work,
Mm.
your extracurriculars. If you're fond of traveling and doing any kind of work, particularly if you've done any work which is grassroots,
Mm.
very highly appreciated by universities. And if you've learned anything, any skill, any software other than architecture software,
Mm.
they'll appreciate that.
Mhm.
They're looking for a more rounded person, because an architect is needs to be a rounded personality.
Mm.
You need to be you can't shy away from the ugliness of the city, the society, the
Yes.
people, because you are creating environments for them.
Mhm.
So you need to be able to embrace the light and the dark together.
Mm.
And this is coming back to architectural theory, which is your domain, about understanding the psychology
Yes.
of the audience.
Yeah.
So portfolio, maybe you address it with the
Yeah.
idea of psychology, that
Uh-huh.
if it's going to be an HR person, they'll have a very different thing. They're looking at keywords.
Yeah.
है ना? Have you done commercial? Have you done building typology? Have you, what is the size of the commercial buildings you've done?
Mhm.
Have you done mixed use? Have you done this? And if it's a professor who's looking at it, he's looking at, oh, has she looked at high rise? Has she explored subterranean architecture? Has she worked with high pressure walls and dams and different topography? That's what he's looking at.
Mm.
And bachelors may overall, they give you a good grounding and all of that.
Mhm.
Process oriented portfolio, so you need to have different versions of it. I used to
Mm.
have these thick booklets,
Mhm.
because we used to do a lot of working drawings.
Mm.
The quantum of working drawings in offices have gone down.
Yeah.
We used to have 100, 200, 300K booklets of working drawings
Mhm.
for each of our projects, and now they are down to like 30, 40, 50, whatever is the design process involved
Yes.
in that. But I used to keep a technical portfolio for just the working drawings, and then I had more of the visual 3D.
Mhm.
And then I had a lot of process oriented architecture, where we used to physically work with models, and
Mhm.
even clips and videos of myself working on three-dimensional models on screen, because there is a way that you can show that the work is yours and that you are design oriented by how you visualize a three-dimensional. So sometimes you can make a video of how you are developing the model, and it's a multimedia presentation of your work now. There is no limit to what you don't have to be uh, restricted to just one or two things in your hand. You can take something on a phone, you can give a link,
Yeah.
you can walk people through your projects, and the more the better spoken you are. So I had written a book on communications and ethics of communications and soft skills.
Mhm.
Architecture is very much needing good soft skills.
Yeah.
You need to be able to convey, communicate,
Indeed.
empathize, be
Yes.
compassionate. These are soft skills. And now, of course, people go to university for these soft skills.
Mhm.
But practical training is a great place to learn soft skills.
Mhm.
And architecture bachelors should also encourage. Like, I agree with you that we should do sociology,
Mhm.
psychology, soft skills, communication,
Mhm.
journalism. These are
Yeah.
all the skills that will be so useful in both professional life as well as in academic life.
Mhm.
And it will help you really stand out as a candidate.
Yeah.
in any interview.
So if we talk about the portfolio, right, we discussed about it, but in BARC, you have main subjects like architecture design, then building construction, building services
Hmm.
is also there, which is really important. I don't know people why are not taking it serious, but building service is a really, really important subject, and the structures also. But most of the students are just putting only design projects in their portfolio. So here I would like to ask it, what are the projects we or students should put on the in their particular portfolio or discuss about it. Also, there is one more thing, that in the whole BARC, a student does more than 1,000 assignments, right?
Hmm.
And that is not
That is
necessary
too
to
much. You'll overwhelm the people who are interviewing you.
यस। सो अभी उन्हें नहीं समझ आ रहा है कि क्या रखना है पोर्टफोलियो में, क्या दिखाना है, जस्ट ओनली अबाउट डिजाइन projects
Hmm.
or the building construction. And some of them are projecting now their hobbies, like
Hmm.
if somebody is having a good interest in photography, तो वो वहाँ पे लगा दे रहे हैं।
Hmm.
But what actually we need in the portfolio if we're applying for the masters or the job abroad? Now what you need, how many projects should be there? That's the main.
I still remember what one of my professors had told me. I learned the new software, and I am not good at learning softwares.
Hmm.
For every semester of my master's, I picked up a new software. I
Hmm.
did the same thing with my business degree also.
Hmm.
So, this flexibility, adaptability mindset needs to be there,
Mhm.
because you will outgrow whatever technology you're working with in your bachelor's by the time you make it to your next project.
Mm.
So, you need to be able to do that.
Mm.
Be very open minded कि no, I'm not going to use this software. ये नहीं होना चाहिए. So portfolio में showcase, how do you showcase that you are somebody who can pick up
Mhm.
different things very
Mm.
easily?
Mm.
So one of the best things you can do is, again, process drawings दिखाओ.
Mm.
I generally, when we hire interns for our firm, I like to see working drawings.
Mhm.
I want to be able to understand why you have not done this, or why you have done this.
Mm.
And design, maybe the way you design and you express yourself. Do you start from connectivity? Do you start with access? Portfolio में डाल दिया आपने plan. ठीक है, side plan, I'm seeing it. But when you are talking, and when you do crits
Mhm.
for your theses, these are the things that you take away from it. Don't just take away the negative, because nobody really has a great crit
Yeah.
on their projects.
Mhm.
But the way you express the process in your mind
Mm.
will determine how you place it in your portfolio.
Mm.
So usually you take a context, you take connectivity, you take access, and that is how you show a project. If you are showing that layering of project, then already that thought put into your portfolio
Mhm.
shows to me that you've designed it stepwise, you've been intentional, you're motivated by something more than pretty shapes and
Mhm.
beautiful three-dimensional views.
Mhm.
ठीक है. Second thing is, technical skills are important. Good architects and great architects में coordination is your biggest forte. Great architects can handle multidisciplinary teams. They can learn any skill.
Mm.
Like I said, you'll be working with professionals you've never heard of. When I was working in Singapore, we were adding 4 stories to Kenzo Tange, father of
Mm.
Asian architecture. उनके building पे 4 story add कर रहे थे. We needed blast consultants,
Mhm.
which came from Israel at that point of time.
Mhm.
So you never know who you're working with. You
Yeah.
should be able to connect and work with them at their level. I think बहुत सारे architects use a lot of flamboyant language, colors,
Yes.
depictions, pictures. But is it really communicating? पहली बात. दूसरी बात ये है, don't expect them to understand design.
Mm.
You have to bring yourself to a level where another person can understand what. So that is the focus of your portfolio. You don't have to make it beautiful and very artistic,
Mhm.
and it's not a graphic design
Mhm.
portfolio. You're
Mm.
not there for the graphics.
Mhm.
You're there for the idea.
Mm.
And if the idea is lost in the portfolio, because you see portfolios that are very stylistic,
Mhm.
but it takes you a while, and I have 25 plus years of experience. So if it's taking me a second to
Mm.
understand what's happening,
Mm.
then you've become a little more complicated than you need to be. And if your work, look, so this is for masters.
Yeah.
ठीक है? So
Yeah.
make sure that the process
Huh.
ways and your layering and your understanding of your own design is
Mm.
showing through on your portfolio. When you go for corporate jobs or you go and work in firms,
Mhm.
they want to see a very clean corporate style.
Okay, so we have started with this key what we need to do first, job or masters, and then the second stage we came to understand the curriculum, then the universities, right?
Hmm.
And then we understood the portfolio also, how to make it,
हाँ
how to
जी
present it, the storytelling of our projects basically. Now the question is how to see scholarships, because that is the main
जी
thing for masters.
Okay, so life ka katu sach, as you say,
Hmm.
is that scholarships are available in few universities,
Yeah.
and not all Ivy Leagues are very big on
Mhm.
scholarships.
Mhm.
So I wanted to go to places like Carnegie Mellon or Princeton,
Hmm.
but the scholarship was not available to me. I had a very decent GRE
Mhm.
score, but it was important to me that I had a 2 year master's, because 1 year master's generally is very rushed,
Mhm.
and I wanted that full ride.
Mhm.
I wanted it for both my masters.
Mhm.
So I went for the very best thing in that,
Mm.
like the category which Tulane is in. Because as a Tulane alumni, I will always say ki it's, they call it the Harvard of the South.
Mhm.
But it is not Ivy League even in America. But that doesn't mean the education is not absolutely beyond this thing. So yes, Ivy League is good,
Mm.
but very few people get the scholarship,
Yeah.
and you need many tries. I gave the GRE 4 times.
Mhm.
तो आपने जो एंट्रेंसेस देने हैं, you can't, it's like any entrance situation, you
Mm.
can't feel demoralized. It's just an exam, it's just a day, you have to move on.
Mhm.
दूसरी बात ये है, if you don't start off with Ivy League, you can always transfer.
Mhm.
You every semester you have an opportunity to transfer.
Mm.
So I transferred in the last 2 semesters. I had a 2 year business degree. I transferred in the last 2 semesters to Copenhagen Business School because they had an affiliation. So look at affiliations, ठीक है, which reduced my fees quite a bit.
Mhm.
Although I was still full ride, but Copenhagen Business School is in Denmark. Denmark gives a lot of education at the master's level to foreign students, free ride.
Mm.
है ना? तो Brandeis में फिर भी I had a bond and all that I signed, but I took the first opportunity to reduce. So you have to be aware of scholarships. कैसे होता है Fulbright scholarship, and you have to research it, and not everybody qualifies.
Yeah.
ठीक है, सोशो इकोनॉमिक क्लासेस से.
Mm.
If you are taking a loan, better to take it in the country of your residence than abroad,
Mhm.
because you'll have to look at loans and you will be in debt. You'll be starting your life with debt, and that's okay.
Mhm.
No, बहुत चीज़ों के लिए लोन लेना पड़ेगा. इसके लिए एजुकेशन इज अ वेरी worthwhile thing.
Yeah.
And never expect कि you'll come back and you'll double your salary.
Yeah.
You'll increase your salary by 20%, then by 30%, then by 20%. It does add value to your salary, but it's not immediate.
Mhm.
These are the katu such. There are countries that are more welcoming of foreign students.
Mm.
At one time, 20, 25 years ago, America was very welcoming of foreign students. Now the countries that are very welcoming are Ireland,
Mm.
Scandinavian countries. So think of Finland, think of Norway, think of
Mhm.
Sweden, Denmark, Germany. You'll have to learn a foreign language, but that is 6 months of effort. And whatever place you're sitting, you can do it online and show them a certification, and they'll allow you to join.
Mhm.
Think of New Zealand, Singapore,
Mm.
Hong Kong, uh, Korea also
Yeah.
allows you a lot of students to come. So the group of countries that are pushing themselves forward, Italy,
Mm.
Spain,
Mm.
France,
Mhm.
uh, because countries like Australia and America and Canada, which were traditionally more welcoming, they're a little less welcoming.
Yeah.
Yeah, the current global scenario mein.
Mm.
But at the end of the day, uh, two people will not have the same experience of
Mhm.
masters. My nephew is, one nephew went to Spain and one nephew went to Ireland.
Mm.
They had two very different experiences.
Mm.
Similar study,
Mm.
but the culture of the place determines the curriculum and the culture of the university and the kind of internships you get and what you learn. And when I was in Europe, I did internships in very many different kinds of companies in different countries.
Mhm.
Again, it's up to you what initiative you take, how far you want to push yourself, and what all you
And
want
what
to.
is your interest basically?
हाँ, Like, what happens when you work in Germany? What happens when you work in
Mhm.
Denmark? What happens when you work in Sweden or Switzerland?
Mhm.
Like, it's all very different.
Mm.
And each of it adds these layers of your skill set.
Mm.
So, a toolbox aap maan lo of all your skills.
Mm.
You bring something of that into your life
Yeah.
and then you apply it to your work.
Yeah.
है ना? And never be afraid to allow those projects not to be successful.
Mm.
Like, I remember we had worked in Delhi Integrated Multimodal on BRT.
Mm.
Now people are like, do you still put BRT on your project? I'm like, I don't put it on my portfolio or I never talk about it, but I'm not ashamed of it.
Mm.
The idea was grand,
Mm.
but you'll never know whether it'll work or not.
Yeah.
Smart cities, I went and did other podcasts, and the first one I was just raving about how wonderful the ideas of smart cities are and how much resource management can happen.
Mm.
The second time when she called me back, we had realized where the problems and the snags
Mm.
were. We had been troubleshooting it.
Yeah.
So you have to really have that ability to, even during applying for masters,
Mhm.
to say ki I have joined here for this curriculum. Can I switch to this?
Mm.
What exposure can I get? Can I work with this faculty? Can I work with that faculty? You will get a lot of opportunities to even work with different workshops. You should absolutely capitalize on that,
Mm.
but do it intentionally.
Yeah.
है ना? Don't do things in absolute chaos because then it just creates more confusion.
Mm. As,
But
as you discussed about the skills,
hmm,
opportunity, and the initiative.
hmm,
So you came from a family which was full of bureaucrats, है ना,
हाँ,
who were serving to India in a different zone.
जी,
And then suddenly a VARC student
हाँ,
and who was thinking about the foreign masses.
hmm.
So what about this thing? Like what I
Yeah.
want to ask is, what was the circumstances at that time? आपको जाने में कितना help हुआ because
हाँ.
of the family या कितना पीछे या कभी ऐसा हुआ कि फैमिली ने बोला कि you should be one of the bureaucrat only?
Yes. That is what I was told throughout, that I should do. You're very interested in doing something new, so reaching professor ban jao and then apply for UGC and give civil services. Maybe you can join the Ministry of Education. हाँ, so there is a fear in Indians in
Hmm.
sending youngsters abroad, and back 25 years ago, एक लड़की को अकेले
Yes.
भेजना was a very big deal.
Even in the bureaucrat family.
Even in the
Because they
bureaucrat.
have all the sources. They can go anywhere. Still they were thinking कि लड़की को बाहर भेजना है
हाँ.
तो ऐसे कर रहे.
And considering कि not everybody has दोनों parents का education.
हाँ हाँ.
Both my parents are educated, well
Hmm.
educated. And my mother wasn't working regularly, but she had the ability to work. So she knew कि professionalism क्या होता है, job क्या होता है, career क्या होता है. She had an idea.
Hmm.
And she wanted that for me, but एक limit के अंदर.
Hmm.
So again, masters वही करेंगे जो थोड़ा सा courageous होंगे.
Hmm.
है ना? Because there is no such thing as a traditional conventional masters.
Hmm.
Even if it's you're doing an MCA और आप अपना law में भी masters कर रहे हैं,
Hmm.
कुछ आप अलग ही कर रहे हैं. Not everybody is cut out for that. So you are going to stand out, that you put yourself through 4-5 नहीं 7-8 साल. By the time I was done with education, it was close to 10. And people are like, medicine में बहुत पढ़ना पड़ता है. भाई हम architecture में भी पढ़े. You have a PhD. So you've studied even more than I have.
I have
Uh,
to. Yes,
yeah,
I have
yes,
to finish
yes.
my PhD.
So it is something that is very self driven, and you have to challenge both at home and even in professional life, because as women, whether it's in academics
Yeah.
or it is in corporate life,
Mhm.
you will have to prove yourself doubly.
Yeah.
एंड सैडली आई वुड से कि वो चीज़ अभी तक इतनी बदली नहीं है. आई ऑलवेज थॉट कि 20-25 साल में तो बदल ही जाएगा. बट अभी भी as female students, you will definitely have to prove yourself more. You'll have to be more forthright. You'll have to walk a tightrope. You can't be very demanding and domineering, but you'll have to be firm.
Yeah.
And you'll have to still find cooperation with everybody. It's a different, and again, this is a soft skill. It would be great if you and I can teach classes about how you handle yourself in workplaces, and how is it different for, because men have different pressures.
Yeah.
They'll always be sent to site. They'll always get a lot of the dirty work, and women will be protected from यहाँ site में मत जाओ, धूप में मत जाओ, and all that kind of वो सब है. But हाँ, it is a struggle, and
Hmm.
masters के लिए you'll always have to struggle, because justifying your
Hmm.
time, especially your youth,
Hmm.
जॉब तो करनी चाहिए थी, शादी तो कर लो, like
Hmm.
in India it's a very important milestone,
Yeah.
and you are
Even
instead
more than a master's.
even more than a
More
master's,
important, I would say.
and you have to make that case कि नहीं, these 3 years I want to do masters because,
Yeah.
and then Indian families always value, अच्छा सैलरी कितनी बढ़ेगी,
हाँ.
and that is another hard conversation,
And
because
one more thing, job करनी ही क्यों है शादी के साथ?
हाँ, जॉब करनी ही क्यों है, कितने साल करोगे till you have your family and all of that. And coming back to that, when we had talked about salary क्यों नहीं बढ़ती है masters के architecture के बाद, versus say if you do engineering,
Mhm.
अगर आप एक MBA कर लेते हो, I had both a design degree and a business degree. तो the truth is कि you can have big jumps. You'll have to
Mhm.
join development firms, and you'll
Mhm.
have to join Texas से आया Heinz है, ये है, वो है. You join these sort of places, you can get the big salary jumps.
Mhm.
But then you are doing then so your choice is, do you want to constantly grow, or do you want to do a big leap and stay there?
Mhm.
I don't want to use the word stagnation, but you remain in that same post, in that position for 20-25 years.
Yeah.
So these are the two kinds of leaps you will have in job profile after your masters.
Yeah.
Either you steadily prove yourself,
Mhm.
and your work speaks for itself कि तुमने masters किया है, and तुम्हारा अलग ही input आ रहा है
Yeah.
from your colleagues, and although you've just joined a 20% salary increase, you have shown the ability to rise through the leadership.
Mhm.
Or you get that big jump because you have that nice named profile,
Mhm.
and then it's slower, because the more high big leaps you take, the more you stay at the same position. So, and you'll experience both. मैंने तो दोनों ही experience किया
Okay.
life में.
So talking about 25 years ago, yes.
Hmm.
So at that time there were no website as much what we have today, right?
Hmm.
And the second thing is now we have agencies who can guide you, who can help you
जी.
to. Uh, so at that time, did you get help from the?
Yes, I actually did go and meet
Mhm.
job agency people. I did.
Okay.
And usually they don't charge candidates, they
Uh-huh.
charge companies.
Mhm.
And big international firms still use agencies.
Okay.
So find your talent scouts on LinkedIn,
Mm.
and they're usually well informed.
Okay.
But कभी कभी हमारे तरफ से भी बोलना पड़ता है, उसको बिठा के tell them what you're looking for.
Uh-huh.
ठीक है, it's important to put your correct foot. I mean, you will not get the exact job you want, so you will have to be open minded ki where you are going to compromise.
Mm.
But then what are your non negotiables,
Mm.
है ना? Like maybe you're okay with traveling to another city
Mm.
for a job, but maybe you will not go to a tier 2 city or something.
Mm.
Like whatever is your non negotiable, figure that out, because the clarity needs to come from you. It will not come from an HR consultant, it will not come from your seniors. So masters tak you are an adult, you are going to have to start behaving like that. You'll have
Mm.
to push your own education, make sure you get into the right schools, connect with the right professors in that
Mhm.
school, do the projects that are building up to something,
Yeah.
take that education, show up at
Yeah,
job
that networking
interviews.
is really important.
Yes,
Yes.
show up at job interviews,
Mm.
go to conferences,
Mm.
network, go to the job interview, show clarity
Mm.
and show an ability to be flexible, adaptable, and knowledgeable.
Mm.
Once you get the job, prove that you're bringing something extra to the table. ठीक है? Because no job is guaranteed at
Yeah.
no level.
Mhm.
And these are again cut to such. You
Mm.
cannot run away from these things. And once you've established yourself in a certain kind of
Mhm.
work, keep adding to your portfolio.
Mhm.
My domain is still a live domain. Of course,
Mm.
I'm a little slow and lazy about adding to it.
Mm.
But own ownership एक बार आप अपने काम पे रखेंगे, you will get a lot of pride and joy from it. And that is a self-motivating thing on your own, because architecture, nobody is giving you क्या करना है. You will have to find the ability to bring ideas to reality and
Mhm.
practicality and tactility,
Mm.
physicality,
Mm.
है ना? And
Yeah.
वो बहुत self motivated होता है.
Mhm.
And that is a theme throughout, from your bachelor's all the way till 25-30 years of work.
So you know networking is really important during the masters also, so
हाँ.
that you can just show your talent to the world, because world is really running fast. So
Hmm.
this is very important point.
And
Now,
networking में be prepared to present yourself.
Yeah.
Again, the soft skills are very important.
yes, in the
Pick
work.
a project, not all 1,000 projects from your bachelor's.
Uh-huh.
Namaskar, sir. I was very excited to see your presentation today. And I wanted to tell you, I'm very interested in this topic. In fact, मैंने third year में ये किया था.
Okay.
Pick one,
हाँ,
present it well,
okay.
practice. Nobody comes out being perfect in presenting. Practice it again and again and
That's a
again.
beautiful advice.
And
for the
networking is the
students.
perfect place to
Yeah,
practice.
yeah. So now, because you came back to India after this much of knowledge and you applied here also, and you went for the academia, right?
Huh.
You taught a student.
Hmm.
And now I would like to ask that what was the difference between the abroad education and here what you were teaching? So there was indifference or you found it?
I think I didn't teach long enough abroad.
Uh-huh.
But the difference is the way Indian setups are. So academia is very bureaucratic, and there's hierarchies, and it's difficult to navigate compared to abroad. But ऐसा नहीं है that that's easy either. They also have their own level of politics and everything. So academics is heavier in terms of more in conformity with the culture of the workplace. Academia mein, and even the way you present academia, you follow a certain way of writing. You know you present your references in a certain way. You have to have so many publications, and practice mein you are always, time is your enemy. So every field has a difference. Why did I come back is a very interesting story. So I was working on 3,000 square meter projects, 8,000 square meter projects. एंड मुझे इंडिया में क्या दिख रहा था, 9 एकड़ के सिटीज, 17 एकर्स के एरो सिटी पार्क्स, स्मार्ट सिटी, कैपिटल सिटीज ऑफ तेलंगाना. I was like, why am I wasting my talent on these smaller projects? Although it was in America, because you get that OPT optional training ka card. I'll show you a picture of it. Uh, you can work in America. But those projects, the academia was very interesting. The projects were a little lackluster. And in the 2010s post Commonwealth game, we had an influx of development in India.
Yeah.
2014-15, I said I'm going to come back because I wanted to be where the action was.
The bureaucrat family वाला आ गया
आ
आपके
गया
अंदर कि
मेरे
करना
अंदर,
तो देश के लिए ही है.
देश के लिए करना है. तो I came back and I was attached to huge projects.
Yeah.
Like we launched the PTS Smart City app in Haryana for 80 cities, 86 cities actually. And then Rajasthan ka housing board ka app for their property taxes. Again, we launched for millions and millions, I think 80-90 million housing board municipalities. And so this scale of project and this level of impact, आप फरीदाबाद का मास्टर प्लान बना लोगे तो you're already doing 900-1,000 acres of land.
Yeah.
This sort of and Faridabad is not even considered tier 1. The scale of project, this excitement of work you will not get. Even if you are like in Singapore, you were doing big projects and all of that, but it is an island. India may you will do huge projects
Yeah.
and have a great impact. And if that is where your passion lies, then India is a very good place to work. And you'll see a lot of, like, I have classmates from Tulane that are having studios here in India. They've married Indians and they are now working from India. And they're Americans. So I would say that absolutely India is the place where the biggest projects will be. But it'll not be like in the Dubai space of high rise.
Yeah.
And it will not be in this space of जैसे आपके फ्रांस में या स्पेन में एक्सपो होते हैं, वैसा नहीं होगा. But definitely in terms of innovation and resource allocation, sustainability, India is a great place to be right.
Thank you so much for all these things what you have told my students basically in the budding architects. Now it's time for the rapid fire. Are you ready?
Yes.
Are you ready?
I'm
Yes.
ready.
Okay. So one country you recommend for architecture students right now?
I would say Ireland, Germany.
Okay.
They have a lot of potential. They're welcoming students.
Mm-hmm.
And Germany in particular has great innovative, I mean, they have these robotic labs and everything. So go there,
Advancement.
learn that, bring that back to
Yeah.
India.
Okay. Portfolio or GPA? What we call the percentage and the marks.
Portfolio.
Portfolio. Okay. One must have a skill before applying abroad.
Yeah.
Skill in the sense the softwares, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
You should have enough to be able to pick it up.
Yeah.
So know the basics, have the basic software knowledge, so that if you need to upgrade, you can upgrade
Hmm.
quickly. You will be required to upgrade quickly.
Okay. And when we are talking about the software, so which one is better, Rhino, Revit, or Grasshopper?
You'll need to use all three, but we will definitely use Revit and Rhino.
Okay.
Grasshopper.
Mm-hmm.
How many projects do you really do with that sort of iteration and algorithm?
Mm-hmm.
So I would say
Revit.
Revit for professional work, but if you're exploring projects, then Rhino and
Right.
Grasshopper.
Okay. Best time to apply
Fall
for. Okay.
always. So you start in the summer.
Mm-hmm.
I think March, they stop taking applications. So by now the applications would have stopped.
Very
already.
important point. Okay.
Okay, summer May they'll evaluate, and then you'll join in early August.
Okay. So one country with best job opportunities after masters.
Come to Southeast Asia. Go to Hong Kong, Singapore, Kuala Lumpur, or I would have said Middle East, but that scenario has changed this year.
Hmm. So internship or part-time job during studies, what's more valuable?
Internship.
Okay.
Because part-time job may you are only going to be producing work.
Mm-hmm.
Internship, even if you're not making the money,
Mm-hmm.
you get a better exposure, because usually internship companies have programs for their interns.
Mm-hmm.
So internship is actually part of your education. You get marks for that particular semester. So do as many as you can.
Okay.
But if you get work in the summer, we did work every summer. We built small sheds and had summer projects with our teachers. It was wonderful.
Okay. Thesis, which is a 10 semester project, or portfolio, which has more impact.
Portfolio over.
Okay. One underrated specialization in architecture right now.
To be able to understand site planning, landscaping, I think it's a lost art, and it's not being emphasized enough. I used to teach this subject.
Where actually community can get engaged.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you need to really be very contextual
Uh-huh.
and understand site planning and urbanized landscape.
Okay.
Definitely focus on.
So is networking more important than talent?
No, talent is definitely important, but networking is very important.
Networking helps to embrace that
Absolutely, yeah.
talent. Okay.
And then talent is also very subjective. Like if you're a very good graphics person, but the other person is very good at project management, which is again something that is not taught as well, but you need to learn it on the fly, because only the architect that can step out of the computer and manage his project really makes it in a company. So, yeah,
Talent.
talent, but different kinds.
One thing you wish to know before going abroad.
You will face cultural challenges. I'm not going to say there's like direct racism, but you will be the other person. You will be a minority, and you will have to get comfortable very quickly.
Okay.
So connect with your Indian community wherever you're going, and we are everywhere. So find your ISKCON temples and find your free Indian khana, and make your friends, connect with seniors that have gone from India very quickly, because it gets lonely.
Okay.
Even if you are somebody from a big family and like मुझे अकेले रहना है, वो 1-2 महीने में खत्म हो जाता है. After that, you crave like the homeliness of India. And almost nobody I know is prepared for that.
And settle abroad or come back to India.
It really depends on your circumstances. But as much as possible, I would like, because we are in the stage of Viksit Bharat, right? No more brain drain. Bring the talent back to India. And if India is appreciating you as much as people abroad, why not? Why wouldn't you want to come back and be a proud citizen and a first citizen?
Because India is abroad for the foreign countries.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. Idhar aao and be first citizens, because at the end of the day, you'll be a immigrant in another country for a long time before you become a citizen, and even then, you are an immigrant citizen.
Yeah.
Janmabhoomi is Janmabhoomi, so I am all for.
Oh.
And I want to stop brain drain.
Yeah.
Bring the talent back to India. Absolutely, make it worth their while.
With that note that we all are country, I would like to say thanks to architect Aditi Pari for her valuable comments and what she told us today. And I hope you all are getting this knowledge for pursuing your master's abroad. Thank you so much. Hope
Thank,
you
thank you,
felt very good.
Ritesh. I felt good. This was very relieving.
Okay, stay tuned for the next episode. See you very soon.